Hey, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you also hit subscribe too. Hey guys, Fetty Wap just got arrested, man. He threatened the whole guy, said he was gonna do a lot of crazy things to him, man. Fetty Wap is out of his mind, man. He's lucky that he was even able to get out of his Fed situation on parole and everything like that. And now he turns around and goes and does this. He actually technically threatened the guy back in December. But he actually tried to threaten a dude who was a witness in his case after he already got when he was getting his probation out. And he said that he was going to actually come and blast him and do all sorts of wild things, man. But Fetty Wap, he was tweaking, man. The feds is already tapped on his line and everything. They was recording and screen recording everything that he was saying to the guy. And he was on FaceTime. He did the whole thing on FaceTime and actually upped the strap to the camera, to the front-facing camera of his iPhone. And little did he know that the little light was blinking, the shutter was going, saying that it was recording him the entire time. And that's where his first mistake was. He threatened the dude while he was on parole from the feds. And when you're on that status, they're going to have every conversation you have or anything you do online recorded and looked at in live real time, because they have to figure out what your every single move is and who you're communicating to. Because first of all, you're supposed to be actually locked up technically. And if you didn't have the money you had to get the lawyers you got, then they wouldn't have got you out of the jam you were in. And so now for him to turn around and do this, and they actually sat there, talked to the victim. The victim was the one who really pushed it to the next level, because once they contacted him, they were like, did you threaten him first for him to say this? He said, no, he said it to me. And that's all they needed to know, because they had to understand the context of the situation. They just butted in the middle of the call. But whole time, they had to figure out, okay, did Fetty Wap start this or the other guy started it? Once they sat down and figured out that the other dude on the other end of the FaceTime is actually somebody that is close to the situation that got Fetty Wap locked up the first time. And basically, I don't know if he had beef coming from that or if this was a new beef person, but basically Fetty Wap had a lot of anger towards the dude and hated him so much to where he was willing to threaten him when he knew for a fact that they told him, his lawyers, not to use his phone for anything like that, and to just be a normal person and try not to go crazy off on people. Like he already had the Fed case on him, and so there's no need for him to try to threaten or try to do any more things that could get him caught up, and that's just going to add more time and break his other violations from being out on good terms and everything like that. And so now he's gonna have to face a lot more time. Like, he just threw away his career. The other day he was just at a basketball game, guys. He was just at a basketball game the other day, sitting front row and everything, and now he's sitting on the front of the bench in the cell behind bars. Like, that's sad, man. And y'all got to understand that this is not the way you want to go down in life. Like, y'all got to realize Fetty Wap had 3-4 second chances. You got to see how this dude got lucky by being able to have the career he had, plus the situation with his eye. Like, he got out of that, had the career he had, but then threw it down the drain when he got locked up, back then, a few years ago, right? And so now he gets out of that. He luckily, because of the money he got from the lucky chance of him having his career, and then now he has to get himself out with the lawyers and everything. And then he goes again and does something that violates and tries to threaten a whole nother man. Like, he's not done with the street stuff, man. At this point, you got to choose whether you want to be a millionaire or a tough street guy, because there's no such thing as millionaires who are tough street guys. That's what they try to make you believe by having all these fake rappers who never did anything in the streets, but they be saying it in their songs, right? And so that's what a lot of people actually look up to and listen to and think that that's the way that it is, right? No, that's not even reality. So now it's like you got to choose between whether you're going to be in the hood or doing whatever in the streets, wherever you do your dirt, right? And that's what Fetty Wap couldn't determine. He was like, he didn't want to be a millionaire only. He still wanted to be a millionaire person who had a foot in the streets. And he's not a mob boss, guys. He's not part of the mafia. So how could he pull that off? He's just Fetty Wap. So at the end of the day, dude wasn't smart enough to move the way he needed to move to get away with what he needed to. But at the end of the day, he can't get away with anything if he's on papers, probation or parole, whatever it is, right, that he's out on, and he's over here trying to threaten more people and try to put more people in harm's way, man. Y'all got to look at the fact that they swept him up right away. They've been building this case on him for 8 months. He made that FaceTime back in December. And so it's like they came and got him now. That means they had everything sealed, locked in stone the whole time. They were having judges sign off on stuff to make sure they're going to put him away because the fact that they let him out in the first place at the beginning of the year, the fact that they let him out in the first place goes to show that they took a chance on him, and then now he basically turned around and does this. So he just proved that they shouldn't trust him to even be out. If he's going around and trying to threaten, like, you got to keep, you can't be saying everything out there if you're being watched. So that's one of the craziest things, man. People don't understand it. They get so mad at people and so get so heated in this beef or wanting to be tough or wanting to not back down because of their ego, right? So they're trying to be louder than the next guy and forget that they're being watched by the feds the whole time. And then they go and say something stupid and slip up, and now they get caught. And they come and take him away, put him in the paddy wagon, and now look, he don't get to go and make songs no more. He don't get to make millions of dollars no more. So y'all got to understand, man, you got to learn to grow up and leave some of this stuff alone and learn how to basically have longevity in the game, man. You can't just be a person who does 6 months of success and then you crash out and do something stupid to get yourself locked up or something like that. You got to do something where you got to learn how to self-control for years and years and not spaz out and try to be that guy who goes back to the streets and does some dumb thing and ruins lives. You understand? So, hey, for with that being said, though, y'all need to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video and comment down below if you're a Fetty Wap fan, what you think about the situation and where you're from. And basically, I'll see you on the next video.